Alrighty, so welcome to the Sunday afternoon stream. I'm your host, a guy that's doing it a little late. So yeah, that's really about all I could say. I guess I could talk about the movie I watched, which was Godzilla and Kong. The Godzilla and Kong movie that's like out. It was nice, you know. It was pretty good, all things considered. It was pretty much it was a monster film. I guess that's all I could say. It's just pretty much a monster film. That being said, I suppose. No, I don't know what to say. There's like I don't know what nuance to take away from it, other than the fact that like Godzilla and King Kong are in the same universe or some such like that. So that's really all I could tell you. Yeah, that's as much as I can really tell you. Alrighty. Okay, so, yeah. So yeah, I watched the King Kong Godzilla movie. I don't know what else I could really say about it, other than it was a pretty decent monster flick. It was a pretty decent monster flick, all things considered. And really, that's all I could say in a more reasonable term. I don't know, unlike Godzilla Zero, where I could, like, dissect it a little bit more, it was just pretty much a decent action flick. I mean, I really don't know what else I could really say, I'm sorry. I will say, though, the movies I saw prior, not the movies I saw prior, but the movie teasers, I suppose I should say, that I saw prior, were just absolutely fucking wild, if I'm being honest. Me and my old man can attest to that, at least. Mostly because of the fact that one of the movies that were being promoted was like a Zendaya movie. And this is something that me and my old man couldn't get over, was the fact that the new Zendaya movie was just like really just pretty much like, really? That's what you're going with? Type of thing. That's how me and my old man felt just like watching it, just like the previses or the, previews, whatever. It's like, really, you went with that. You went with that concept for her. If you don't know what movie I'm talking about, pretty much it's like a movie about tennis. Yeah, it's a movie about tennis, and Zendaya is like playing this girl that like tore her knee, pretty much, and is unable to play on a professional level. But yeah, she's unable to play on a professional level, and so she's relegated to like teaching these two guys. And oh, I forgot to mention, these two guys are handsome and all that jazz, right? And yeah, it's that's what's going on, and pretty much there's no easy way of saying this, but it's pretty much Zendaya just like sleeping with two guys while playing tennis. And that's it, alright? I can't try and say it any other way, that's what it is! You saw it, Dad, right? There's no other way of putting it, I'm sorry, it's just like, who's watching these things? So yeah, that's like one of the movies that were just like being shown. I still couldn't believe it. Yeah, Spider-Man's girlfriend's being porked not only on TV, but also in movies by two dudes. Why? I don't know. Jeez. So there was that movie. I'm trying to think what else. There was like another one. I think it was like a horror movie, like The First Omen or some crap like that. I think that one was called. That's the one that was pretty much just a horror movie. Then there was like another one for another purview. It was a Ryan Reynolds movie, and it was about imaginary friends. But yeah, it was about imaginary friends and the like, and all that. There was a promotion for a prequel to The Quiet Place. I don't know why we needed a prequel to A Quiet Place. Did we really need one? I asked my old man this, and he said no. Did we need a sequel? Also no. So there was that. And I'm trying to think, what other purviews did we see as well before it? Because, look, as much as I like to talk about Godzilla vs. and King Kong saving the world, even though in the respective movies, Godzilla is technically... Even though Godzilla is technically a walking radioactive hazard, and King Kong is a literal giant ape, it's really one of those movies you should just see for yourself on your own time, as it were. It's like one of those movies you should just watch on your own time. If you watch the first one, then you've probably watched the second one. Although the premise is different because Godzilla and King Kong have to work together now to stop this bigger, badder, eviler monkey guy. He's like, yeah, that's the real menace. Alrighty. I'm trying to think what else was there. Yeah, what is there to talk about while I was at the movies? It was surprising to see little people in the theaters, to be honest. My old man pointed this out, and we were pretty much talking about, like, how could this have happened to theaters? I pretty much pointed it to, like, one of the more prominent factor was, like, COVID, most likely. But, of course, my old man did state that it couldn't just be COVID, and he's got a point on that. I suppose it's because films these days are just... I wouldn't say films are inherently bad, but because there's been, like, a whole deluge of, like... Yeah, because there's like a whole deluge of like superhero flicks. That's what's, I suppose, one of the many causes of it. I would say at the very least it's probably one of the few causes of it, at least. I suppose it's just these days as well, it's just the fact that films are just... I don't want to say it's like entirely streaming. The fault of streaming, right? Because it's not like a... It's not just streaming, you know, becoming more and more prevalent. But just as well, I think it's just because films are just... pretty much just either sequels, prequels, or superhero flicks. But yeah, they're either sequels, prequels, or just franchise flicks. They're not like standalone movies that just exist. Actually, seeing as I brought up Kong and Godzilla, I did think one thing a little bit, and it's the fact that when in the movie when King Kong is like going deeper into Hollow Earth, which is the sub-Earth underneath Earth. But yeah, the Earth underneath Earth. He finds an even deeper Earth, subterranean Earth, and it's just fucking laughably hilarious to me, I'd say. There's the fact that there's like an even deeper Earth underneath the Earth. But just as well, the flora and fauna that's shown off there is kind of sort of just nil. At most, you just see like a bunch of crystals and like treacherous terrain, and that's really about it. But there was like one instance where like some poor bastard is just like eaten up by a friggin' it was some poor miserable bastard just eaten up by like a tree. And I couldn't help but think to myself, so whoever the scriptwriter was just took a page out of 40K's Katachin. Cause that planet's alive and well, it's ungodly fucking sentient, so there's that. Oh, sick, I got some nods. I don't know what they do, though. There we go. But yeah, no, pretty much the entire movie takes place on the 40K's Katachin, and that's really about it. I suppose the turnout in the I already mentioned the turnout in the movies, which was pretty modest. I estimated, rounding up, was like 1/3 of the theater was like filled in, and I suppose, I suppose that's kind of true. I guess there was like one group of people that were just like apparently in the wrong theater somehow, and yeah, that was pretty much something I noted. Alright, let me see here. I'm gonna do another gear run, if I can help it. Why not? I need to get as much gear as possible, or at the very least as much decent enough gear as possible. Extra Gurmite doesn't hurt either. Trying to think. I'm sorry, I just genuinely can't. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about that. And it's the movie about Zendaya still. I'm still thinking about it because of how obscene it is. Oh, rat bastard. There we go. Got a scrapper mask. Could I get something else, actually? Let me see. I can't afford it right now.
What the hell?
It's me, Mr. Raw Man. I'm trying to think, what other stuff in media has been going on? And when I talk about media, I am talking about, like, beyond just the internet, because God knows there's, like, a lot of stuff going on the internet. Why is there nothing going on the internet? Funnily enough, I actually just realized in Dragon's Dogma 2, because there's like a lot of stuff in that game that's like really undocumented as of now. Apparently there's a pawn affinity system which pretty much lets you pull a Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen where you just like freaking romance your pawn. And so that's kind of cool, I guess. It's kind of interesting, to be honest, the fact that that's even the case. But yeah, no, that's pretty interesting, all things considered. That Capcom has implemented a pawn affinity system of all things in it. Between you high-fiving your pawns and the like, and all these other extra stuff, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool that they've actually implemented something like that. And this is something that was actually kind of alluded to in Dragon's Dogma 1 with Dark Arisen, where theoretically, where theoretically Daemon, the final boss of the Big Black Isles, did fall in love with his pawn, and the pawn in turn did the same. Surprise! Goodbye! So yeah, no, that's actually kind of cool. It's kind of cool, all things considered. I'm trying to think, what else, what can I really describe in Dragon's Dogma 2? Because I know for a fact that a lot of people have claimed that the game is unfinished. And while I will not doubt that there's undoubtedly cut content probably somewhere in the back burners of Capcom, because I think even Hideaki Itsuno did say that he pretty much made the game as best as he could for launch. It's still overall pretty good, and the amount of stuff that's just hidden, for lack of a better word, but yeah, the amount of stuff that's like kinda hidden is kind of interesting. There are certain parts that do feel undercooked, I'm sure some people will point out. For example, the second act of the game kinda just kinda like bolts over to the third act where it's revealed that the post-game world is different from the, for lack of a better word, pre-game build. So that's that might be something that people might point at and say, oh, that's clearly unfinished. But I don't know. I feel all things considered with Dragon's Dogma 2, when with Dragon's Dogma 2, all things considered, with the game being as is, and like, it's remarkably. It is still remarkably well crafted and well done. Unlike the first game, where I could definitely say there is a more obvious sense of being unfinished. The second game doesn't have that. It feels actually complete. It may feel rushed, at least in the second portion, when you receive the God's Bane item piece, right? Undoubtedly, that was probably one of my bigger contentions. Yeah, undoubtedly, it was like one of my bigger contentions. But, yeah, undoubtedly that's one of my bigger contentions, I suppose. But all things considered, the game by itself and by and large feels very complete, despite what people may claim. The story feels like it's, going start to finish, has you involved compared to the first game where it's just like, Arisen, do this thing for me, yeah? It feels like actually in the second game, it does feel like it engages the player a lot more by comparison to the... It does feel a lot more defined compared to the first game. You know what? Give me a sec. I don't wanna do this real quick. What I wanna do first is try and challenge the guy, boss here, without any gear. I'm gonna do this without any gear first. Let's see if I can try and learn his moves.
Back for more, huh? I hope you brought something better than scrap tech this time. Not that it'll matter. You don't stand a chance anyway.
I can't wait to shut you up.
Eat this. God damn it. That's not gonna work. They tell me matrix cells are highly volatile. That's kind of what you can't handle the heat. This is almost too damn it. That's not gonna work.
Stupid! Stupid!
No way! Too slow. Cells are highly volatile. No way! I'm not done.
Alright. Okay, so pretty much I just gotta learn how to parry this guy and pretty much go for his tells. Let's try. I think I might be able to pull it off, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. God, compared to Grimm's daughter, this guy is... I'm not gonna say he's easy, but he's certainly a little bit more manageable.
Hammer, swing! Shit!
Stupid! Oh, damn. Right now it's that follow-up that's kind of sort of the problem. Oh, bullshit. But yeah, it's that follow-up that's kind of the problem I have.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen this stuff turn out before. Slash.
Alright, so, yeah, alright, so this guy... Yeah, this guy's... I feel like he's easy. Compared to Grimm's daughter, where I was genuinely struggling with him, this guy is kind of sort of... Well, I'm not gonna say he's a cakewalk, but because he's pretty fast, all things considered, and this is me closing the line on him a lot. He is a little bit more manageable, at least. I might just need to get myself some defensive gear, and that's really about it. Although, then again, some extra stuff probably wouldn't hurt. But yeah, some extra protection might not hurt, to be honest. Although I want to pack like a bunch of excess if I can help it. You know, I really should play Sifo again at some point. I should play it again. I've been meaning to, but for the most part, I feel out of practice, you know? Yeah, I feel out of practice, especially in trying to remember the mechanics of dodging and the like. Yeah, you have to remember mechanics like dodging and the like, the posture system and all that. I also want to play Sekiro, but I don't think I'm ready for Sekiro. Nothing will ever prepare me for that fucking bullshit. That bullshit moment where you're fucking having to deal with gun women. Alright, got some Gurmite boots. This will cost me a pretty penny, I'm sure. Let me see, just swap out these if I can help it. Oh yeah, I got some sick-ass Yeezys, boys. But I don't want Yeezys, I want something... Okay, that works too, sure. Can't help but think about how my character is fighting. It seems like there's a lot of wrist movements, you know? Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of wrist movements. You know how those jackasses on YouTube freaking practice a fighting style and it's them wailing their wrist on something? Yeah, that's I can't help but feel like that's what my... Bye-bye. Just the two of us. Alright, but yeah, I can't help but just think of just like how many... Just the fact that my character's wrists must hurt like hell. Then again, I am seeing fists, so that maybe it's just me just being freaking whatever about it, you know? Just the fact that he's got armored gauntlets on, so, you know, he could probably get away with a little bit more, Oh, I don't like two of you. Bye-bye! Yeah, just the two of us. Take this! Yeah, I'm seeing fists, not I'm actually looking at it. Should've just stayed at home. Anyway, I'm here to deliver your sabbatical. You've been working hard. Oh yeah, I got some swaft boots, guys. Got some swaft boots. Ah, god damn it. I have like 2 bucklers I could probably use expendably. Here's the thing with this game is that it's pretty much a matter of like sinking time into what you need. But yeah, it's a huge time sink when you're trying to like get gear. For Grimm's daughter, it's clear that with his boss design, it's pretty heavily based off gear to some extent. I could easily see someone doing... I can easily see someone doing a Grimm's daughter run and pretty much just pulling it off successfully, right? But when it comes to, But when it comes to him, he's pretty, easy. Well, no, give me a sec. He's pretty difficult, at least thus far, compared to the other guy, which is just like his whole thing is you parrying or learning how to parry, basically. One could argue the same thing about Grimm's daughter, although for the most part, it's mostly trying to like break his guard and then afterwards, like use whatever items you have against him, because that will make it significantly easier. Yeah, it would just make things significantly easier compared to the other guy where he's just like, he's fast and you need to parry. Who knows, who knows, maybe that guy will pull a third phase out of his ass somehow. The jackass, but for the most part... yeah, no, he's just... It's just kind of like whatever, you know? Yeah, I got myself some steel-toed boots. So wait, you're telling me I'm not wearing steel-toed boots right now in this mine where I'm violating all sorts of safety regulations? Yeah, there we go. How many Gurmite do I have? That much? Okay. Got like a bunch of Gurmite now. Let me try going at this with thinking right now, I'm thinking. Why not just go with this loadout? Why not? I want to see how fast this guy can get, is the question. How fast can this guy go? And along with that, how much can I try and parry him?
Step it up. God damn it. I'm taking matrix cells out. Don't you do that! Can't touch me. No way! Can't touch me. Screw you. End of the line. You idiot. Damn it. Line slash. Get up. You won't last much longer anyway. Hammer swing. I'm unstoppable. There's so much energy. What's wrong? That's not gonna work.
Damn it. Okay. I think it's the helmet right now that's throwing me off, because the reflex helmet just dumbs, well, I shouldn't say dumbs down. More accurately, it nullifies like a lot of things. So I'm trying to see here. What do I want to bring along? I have like 2 bucklers I'm willing to expend. So there is that. I could go for Rage Plate, although I don't think it'd be much use. Right now, I'm just going to assess how much I'm able to get by. It's clear with the buckler, it is... well, ideal is certainly a strong word, but it is optimal to go with it to increase the window of opportunity. Oh, but I don't have the money to go down into the depths and challenge that jackass. That jackass. If only I had like a assload of Gurmite. What? Surprise! Backhand. Oh, sick. Re-at armor. Hey, who's there? Oh my god, it was a fist! Alright, so first phase of that boss, whatever the fuck his name is, Jackass Vergil, I'm gonna call him. First phase of that boss is fairly easy enough to learn. It's the second one that's really more of the hard part, where he gets like all fast and jittery and the like. So I need to mount up on as much armor as possible. I'm thinking on the second part, because this first part is easy-ish, but it's not totally. I don't think I'm going to be using bucklers anytime soon, though. I'm trying to think. How do I want to go about it, is the question. I do want to try and maybe use the launcher more a high force launcher, if at all. See if it works. But I don't know, I'm thinking right now. Is this game gonna be a case of like Hades, where pretty much there's gonna be like more endings as you like progressively beat the game? So yeah, where you just like progressively, you know, beat the game and just pretty much just do that. I do whirly kicks, boys. You know, I have a passing interest in like a few things, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I have a passing interest in a few things. One of the few things I've been looking into was like Has-Been Hotel. Yeah, I know, there's like a whole slew of things that's probably wrong with Has-Been Hotel. And, most part, all of them are rightfully acclaimed, for lack of a better word, I guess you could say. The many problems that I know of, at least distinctly, is due to the fact that the story's pacing is just god-awful. You know, story's pacing is god-awful, and along with that, people with media literacy is just not that good. Because some think it's glorifying certain themes and subtexts, while in actuality it's the opposite. However, the biggest problem, of course, is the actual pacing of the show, where it's just like, for lack of a better word, it's pretty much scattershot like a shotgun. Sometimes it hits, but a lot of time it misses. Especially at, I'm trying to think at what range. It's pretty much trying to shoot buckshot at a significantly long range outside of like equivalent to that of like a rifle or something like that. That's probably how I describe it as. And yeah. There's a problem with pacing is certainly one thing, because it goes from like one thing to then another thing to then another thing to then another thing, without any consideration to how the plot goes, and flows. It goes from, oh yeah, I know, I need to, you know, have these irredeemable sinners be good enough to go up to heaven and, you know, at the very least let go of their vices and, you know, come to terms with what they are and be good in the eyes of heaven. To then just like, oh yeah, now we're fighting a war against heaven. It's like, what? It's like My Hero Academia, where it's just like goes from like, oh yeah, no, it's a school for superheroes to the world has changed, superheroes have died, and this is all within the span of 1 fucking year. What? Yeah, this guy's encapsulating how I feel. But yeah, in the span of a single goddamn year, things have changed so drastically that the plot is just completely and utterly lost. Ugh, jeez. While this is all happening, I'm just wondering in Hazbin Hotel specifically at the very least, what is God doing? You think he's just like sitting back, just like looking down, just like, oh, look at that, my creations are fighting. I should do something. But then again, last time I did something in the Garden of Eden, it did not work out for me, so maybe not. I don't know, I'm just imagining that's like his thought process a little bit. I don't know, Hazbin Hotel has not touched the subject of God, which inevitably, if you're bringing up Adam, Eve, as well as like all these angelic figures, God has got to be like at somewhere down the line at least, you know? I think I read like a bunch of forum posts where like one was like how God, it was wrong to portray God as like a villain or some such, or you know, the forces of heaven like as villainous and such, and along with that, another one was like something else. I think the post I was reading wasn't like a, it wasn't like an evangelical type thing where it's just like, oh my god, it's wrong to portray him as such, but like, it's like I think it was like the lack of just making him a villain without nuance behind it is just kind of like, really? And even then, it's God. Then again, you know, there have been other religions where gods demand blood, apparently. And in the case of Greek, they sleep around. A lot. I'm trying to think, what else? I guess that's really the big one I'm thinking of on the top of my head. Just like, yeah, that's really just the big one off the top of my head, if I'm being honest. Just like, what is this? What are their portrayal of God is gonna be like? I wonder. Just where does he sit in all this? Is it gonna be like a lesson where like God is just like not doing so, does not do so through like obvious means and more through subtlety? Or is it gonna be like a different instance where it's just gonna be like he's actually steps in? If the show were to do it, I would prefer at the very least the first part. Just pretty much just have God just be like, it's like, oh, you found me, but I would prefer you not to get me involved. Look, it's not the fact that I don't want to help out my creations and the like, but it's that they need to figure it out themselves. That's really the best you could probably get away with, to be honest. Instead of just like having him be like a obvious force and the like, have it just be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm here, just in the support lines. Because if I do something, you know, then people are gonna have to rely on me, and it's like whole thing. Pretty much it's the Futurama dilemma, where it's pretty much, I'd say, the Futurama dilemma, where pretty much Bender had like an encounter with what was effectively the epitome of God, or you know, something that was adjacent to it. And it was just like this whole quandary of that. Yeah, the whole quandary of just like interfering or just not interfering and all that. Oh, could be interesting to go that route. Just doing it like God is hands-on and just incentivizes people to do things on their own. I don't know. It could fit the MO, all things considered. Yeah, it would fit the MO, all things considered. I'm trying to think, what other medias have I been taking a slight interest in? I want to talk about Invincible, but I haven't watched any of the newer... I haven't watched the new season of Invincible yet, so I can't really comment much on it. Okay, I want to comment on the new season of Invincible, but I can't because I haven't watched it yet. I want to wait for all the episodes to come out, and then watch it. I already watched all the season 2 episodes when they first came out in the first portion, so I just want to wait for the rest to come out when they do. I know that the show has reached the point where it has introduced Anissa, a female Viltrumite. And I know in the comics she does a very bad thing to Mark because it involves violating his person, for lack of a better word. So yeah, wonder if the show will tackle that, because that was and is one of the more nuanced. That was and is one of the more nuanced, arguably one of the more nuanced things in the comic run. The show has done a lot of things to at the very least, make the characters more nuanced, I suppose, thus far, with Adam Eve being more prevalent. With Adam Eve being more prevalent and the like. They tried to do the same thing with Amber, but here's the thing with Amber, is that it just does not work with Amber. In her presence in the comics, it was kind of like a one and done thing. Or just like one of those things where it's a commentary on superhero relationships with normal people, right? As far as my knowledge extends. And in the show, it's just... Yeah, in the show, at least the latter half of the season, it just made Amber less smart and more insufferable. Is the best way to put it. Yeah, it made her less smart is the best way to describe it from like a character sense, and just more insufferable. Just like, so you knew this entire time, but you didn't think to bring it up, or all that. Better yet, the fucking whole thing where it's just like, you never hear bits, You never hear bits, and you're saying all that and fucking still pegging the blame on him for not telling you? You see half the shit he's gotta deal with? But yeah, no. I think in the second season they did backpedal a little bit. But yeah, I think in the second season they did backpedal a little bit, where they made her a bit more understanding, but they still broke up as far as my knowledge extends, because look, I saw the clip, alright? I'm not gonna bullshit myself or you. I saw the clip, and we all knew it was coming eventually. They broke up. Now, I will say this. I will give credit where credit's due. Unlike in the comics, where it was a lot more fucked up as to why Invincible broke up, because I think for the most part it was like the fact that... Give me a second to just... Give me a sec to try and process and articulate what I'm trying to say. Give me a sec. I'm not sure if fucked up is the right word, but I think it was the fact that because Invincible was like thrown through the ringer and traveled through time and the like. Yes, that is a thing that happened in the comics. Because Invincible traveled through time because of like time utter nonsense. He met an older version of Adam Eve, to which she pretty much splurged that she had feelings for him, and pretty much she looks like a middle-aged, sad woman. That's the best way to put it. And I think Amber cheated on... No, actually, I'm not sure cheat is the right word, but she did confide into another person. She did confide into another person about her feelings about Mark. And I do know distinctly it wasn't like cheating, in the sense of like, you know, they're dating, then they're fucking in the bed and like... It was just like an actual conversation. It was like, you know, I feel like Mark isn't there all the time, and you know, and pretty much just like airing grievances and such. And Mark as Invincible did hear this, and pretty much came to the conclusion that, you know what, I shouldn't do this to Amber. I'm just gonna break it off, you know. And they did do that amicably. Yeah, they did do that amicably. To be honest, if they were gonna do the breakup angle, they should have just like capped it off and just like. They could have just like capped it off the fact that, you know, just Amber didn't think highly of Mark in the end, you know? They could have just gone with that angle and just sticked with it and the like. And then after the fact, it's revealed that Mark is invincible and he's like, oh shit, so that's why you're flaky. I'm sorry, you know, something like that. Could have gone with that angle, but you know, hindsight is 2020, and nobody could have seen the last episode of season 1 being so bitch. Why is the best way to describe it. I will say this, the fact that it does add, the show did one thing right, and it was to add subtext for Adam Eve's and Invincible's relationship, because it did add the idea that they both had like feelings for each other, or at the very least some sort of like chemistry. And this was to some extent shown with I'm not sure if this was in the comic. I'm not sure, because I've read the comic in the first issue up to a point. I think it was like after Mark got his ass handed to him by his father. But they did build subtext the fact that that Adam Eve had feelings for Mark, and you know, she turned to him when she was feeling down, but when she saw him and Amber, you know, kissing, because yeah, they're just kissing, that's when she's like, good for you, Mark. You know, that's legitimately what she said. She said, good for you, Mark. They did plant the seedling of the idea that they actually do have like a sort of like chemistry in terms of platonic friendship before then then at some point, undoubtedly, they'll probably go into dating. I am curious how much time will pass in the show. Yeah, how much time will pass in the show to actually, you know, reach the points, the same beat points as the comics, I wonder. That is if the showrunner and Robert Kirkman are willing to even do that to a point, you know? It is a curious idea. There are a few shows out there that have never really... There are a few shows that never really hit the same strides as their original interpretations. Like, for example, more particularly, I think Game of Thrones as well was like one thing. So, I'm trying to think. With Invincible, are we gonna have like a Walking Dead situation where the fucking show is gonna drag on and on and on and hit the beats at a slow-ass pace? Or are they gonna like genuinely, at the very least, make the effort to, at the very least, establish a certain level of chronological passing? But yeah, will it ever get, will it be pretty much just like that, or is it gonna be like something else? Ugh. Fuck. Alrighty. God, I hope it doesn't become like a Walking Dead situation where it just like drags on and on and on. It's like, oh yeah, Invincible, you gotta do this, man. Oh no, you gotta do that, you know, just... I hope it goes at a pace where it's like legitimately not only comfortable for the showrunners, but also comfortable for like actual viewers. Where it's like, you're not being like waterboard and you're not trying to like slog everything down to like... You're not like slowing things down to a crawl where you need to like friggin' where it just becomes boring, but you're not like going so fast that it becomes like an overload of information. Because that's what I'm thinking right now. Surprise! Goodbye! Hey, who are you? Some sort of spec ops man? The high force launcher. It's broken though. Buckler, bear suit, and a guys? The guy just like... the poor bastard's just like... guys, where are you at? Don't leave me alone with the scary man! So does the taser work in a live fire setting, or is this just like a So is this like a live fire setting, or is this gonna be like something else? That's what I'm curious about to some extent. Wee. Escape success. God, brought back a lot of Gurmite. I'm trying to think right now. Got like no defensive gear, man. It's just bull crap. lock chance during heart attacks. Got like no fucking protective boots, man. It's bullshit. All I got are these ergonomic boots. Pray to God that I survive.
Screw you! Come on, hit me! No way! Until the matrix cells are highly volatile. That's bad news for you. Don't do that! God damn it! It's not gonna work. Matrix changes everything. Come on, hit me. Shit. No way. Just keep swinging. Eat this. There's so much energy. It's unreal.
Come on. Come on!
Time to finish this. Come on, hit me. Shit.
Ah, bullshit.
God damn it. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen this stuff done before. How? Damn it.
Ah, come on! Fucking hitting too early, that's why. I'm hitting the parries too early, is what it is. No gear. At this point, it would just be a battle of raw attrition. And that's what it would come down to. But I want to try and get this guy on my own.
Come on, hit me. That's not gonna work. Take this. God, screw you. Damn it. You don't deserve to.
Oh, come on.
Don't do that. This is almost too easy. I mean, this is a damn joke anyway. What? No way.
Well, I learned one thing at least. Dodging is definitely viable. Mostly because you could bust through his posture that way. So that's something. I'm trying to think right now. I want to get the very least Gurmite to take him on. Yeah, I want to get the Gurmite to take him on. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Oh, hit me and his buddy. It's cool. I'm thinking though. Perhaps it's time to take on more groups of people. Maybe upwards to 2? Although I still would like to get the drop on him. Sick! I'm not saying that's a cool move. I'm saying you're a sick person. Nice! You gave that guy a concussion! Sick! You ambushed a guy! Raw! That's pretty raw that you fucking beat that guy up. You probably had a family or something. God. Just making the character to be the most sickest person out there. Lockdown boots. Wall splat duration from kicks versus multiple enemies. What the fuck are these boots? Yeah, I just casually got myself some fucking soccer cleats, man. Just got myself soccer cleats, guys. I think they're gonna catch on. You know, they're pretty cool. I think. You know, I can't help but wonder if at some point maybe the developers would consider adding like the ability to play as like some of the characters here. Actually, maybe some guy will just mod that in. But still, some of these designs for the other characters are pretty sick, though. They're pretty cool, you know. They jive, as it were, as the cool kids are saying, right? They jiv. Anyway, you know, for the most part. But yeah, no, some of these designs are pretty cool looking. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with my character's design. You know, fucking scavenger and all that. Just breaking and entering and looking like a miner. Well, yeah.
What's that?
Right, but yeah, just looking like a typical miner. But I wanna... Is it wrong for me to say that I want to play as like one of like the bosses or some such like that? Like the fast boss. Fast boss's design is pretty slick, I'd say. I don't know, maybe some of the... Be able to play as like one of the other play with one of the voice actors at the very least. Moo and Gamma respectively are pretty alright, I guess, but you know. What about the other voices? Or other voice types? Something that sounds more older, I guess? Then again, how old is the protagonist supposed to be, like, legitimately? I think the latest you probably get away with is maybe like a teenager. Earliest you got is like an adolescence. Like preteen, just breaking and entering, beating the crap out of people. As unrealistic as that may be, it is possible and feasible, I guess. Yeah, but still, I don't know. Hey, who's that shadow person that's in there? Look, man, I just wanted to go up to the surface to get some fresh air. You know how much fucking carbon leakage there is down here? Dude, there's a gas leak down here. I don't give a shit if I gotta beat up a kid to get up there to get some fresh air. Okay, do I really want to bring anything with me, though? I still don't have anything good that I can use to protect me. I mean, I got riot armor and the like. How is my light armor heavier than my riot armor? What the fuck?
dug too deep, Scrap Digger. Too much! Damn it! Damn it! Don't do that! Slash! Step it up! Another time, Scrap Digger! Shit! Don't put that! Screw you!
Oh, come on. I'm trying to think right now. How many times do I want to go at this right now? Because I did say that if I don't beat this on a weekend, I'll probably put this on pause. Or at the very least, I do want to see how far I want to progress. Thing is, though, I'm a bit on a time crunch, as it were, right now, so that's why I'm a bit more apprehensive to do so. I could theoretically go at this for as long as I need to be, but at the same time, I'm trying to genuinely think here. If anything, the worst comes to worst, I'll probably have to, like... Okay, I'm thinking that. Worst comes to worst, I just record my attempt to actually take on the guy. Go. Who the hell am I? Who the hell are you? I'm thinking, what if I were to go with the electromagnetic stuff? Would it even work? right, I twirled around on my feet like Chun-Li. Damn it, I was hoping to use that, fucking mine there. Oh well.
What the hell?
Raw! What the? Oh god, I've been shot by a taser! Damn it, I got a fucking weight mod. Just walk in there looking like this. Got a tie.
Who's there? Snuck up on me.
Huh, who's there? Oh, I saw you! Oh wait, oh, you snuck up on me, you jackass. Raw.
Oh, you're dead. Who the hell are you? Hey, who is that? Hey, someone's sneaking around.
I'm just like right next to him and just like, wait, what the?
Who are you?
Alrighty. Yeah, I got all these things, guys. Am I cool yet? Alrighty. I came from where the wind called me. I wonder if Infinity Blade modding is taken off yet. Actually, I should probably check on the Infinity Blade forums. See if there's any mods that have come out yet. Someone's modded in the Vile Blade and as well as the modern Infinity Blade into the game, so that's pretty cool. I'm curious though. Is there gonna be anything more extensive as things go on though? That's right. I got myself these shades. You can't stop me, baby. I got these sick ass shades. Just throwing concussion grenades at him. It's like, stop, please, stop! Oh no. Let's return to the surface. I got some sick ass shades. Alright, one last attempt, and I'm putting the stream on wrap for the time being. Let's see here. So just go with the stock helmet, go with the gold-plated vest. Cash money. I'm looking, do I even have anything I could use? I could just use these boots. I got this sick-ass cash money vest, guys. You think the guy will appreciate it enough and just say, yeah, you go. Come on.
You dug too deep. Too slow. This is almost too easy. Take this. Nice to see you again.
Ah, what a shame. Alright, well, that's the end of that for this one. Well, I'm trying to think right now. Do I want to do another stream today or not? Yeah, no, I don't suppose. Why not? So, next stream will be later today around the time of 9:30 to 10:30. I know that's a bit later than usual, given my prior track record at least, but I do have some things to sort out on my end, but I will try and make the time, to which we'll try at the very least beat this boss. If I can't do that, well, then I suppose I'll have to settle for recording my attempts at least. And, yeah. So, overall, though, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the stream. If you want to see more, I'll be doing so another point in time. As I said, that being later today around the time of 9:30 to 10:30. And, yeah. Till then, take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. And, yeah. Bye-bye.